Good day, everyone. Your SQL Server in place upgrade just failed. Yeah, you are staring at a very cryptic error message, which basically tells like error installing SQL Server database engine service instance features. Yeah, we will check the summary.txt and then scroll through the detail.txt, maybe dig into the registry, and then bing the error code, spend hours going back and forth. Sounds familiar, right? Like everyone does the same thing. What if I told you you could just hand over all those log files to AI and get the exact root cause and a step-by-step fix in under a minute? That's exactly what we are going to do today. In this video, I will attempt an in-place upgrade from SQL Server 2016 to SQL Server 2025 and watch it fail, yeah, and then use Microsoft Copilot to analyze the setup logs and pinpoint the issue. No manual debugging, no guesswork here, yeah. Welcome to JBSWiki, and this is the Copilot series. Let's get into it. Before we jump into the demo, let's quickly understand what an in-place upgrade is, yeah. An in-place upgrade means you upgrade your existing SQL Server instance directly to a newer version on the same server, same instance name, same data files. You are essentially replacing the SQL Server binaries while keeping your databases intact. This is different from a migration where you set up a brand new server and move databases over. In-place upgrades are faster and simpler in theory, but when they fail, the troubleshooting can be painful because you have to dig through multiple log files to find what went wrong. Yeah, and that's exactly the problem we are solving today with Copilot. This video is not about installing SQL 2025 or 2022 or an in-place upgrade. This is mostly how to use Copilot to solve your issues without spending much time, and also like make sure like there are no misses or errors. Okay, so right now this 2025 in-place upgrade failed, and we know that the log files will be placed on this particular location. Okay, let's go to that location here, and then if you see here, I'm right now in C drive, program files, SQL Server 170, setup bootstrap, and then log. And then the folder here is like 1000035. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, so let's get into it. So now what I'm going to do is like I'm going to just give certain files to my Copilot. Okay, so I have my Copilot here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is like I'm going to give certain files, and once I complete that, I will let you guys know like what are the files that I've attached. Yeah. Cool. So what I've done is like I've attached the summary.txt, the detail.txt, and then the SQL Server error log that I've found on the setup bootstrap log folder. Okay, and then the other two files are again SQL Server error log. So what I'll do now is like let me open my setup bootstrap flag. So the first file that I've uploaded is summary.txt, and within this I'll put the detail.txt and then some of the SQL Server error logs here. Yeah, so these are the files that I've uploaded. Okay, so the thing is like you can upload all the files, but what I feel is like I will just give these files, and just in case if Copilot feels like it needs more file, and then I will be uploading those things. Okay, so let's give a prompt here. Okay, so I'll put the prompt here, simple English. Okay, so I'm not trained it in prompter or anything. I'm just typing what comes to my mind. Yeah, here I'm basically telling like I tried a SQL Server in place upgrade from 2016 to 2025. It failed. I've attached the necessary logs here. To be frank, this is the logs that I feel like are necessary. Yeah, so I've told that, and I'm basically telling please review it and provide me just below. Yeah, So what I want is like the reason for failure, and then how to resolve the issue step by step. Okay. So it is gathering the details. It's gonna take some time. Okay. So let's maybe like some couple of minutes or something. So let's wait for the Copilot to analyze it. Till then, I will pause this video, and then once the research is complete, I will resume the video back, and then we will have a discussion further. Cool. I did not expect it so fast, but if you see here, I'm able to see the reasons here. Okay, let's look at it. Let's see like what the reason is going to be, and then we'll take it from there. Yeah. So basically, it tells like primary root cause during upgrade. SQL Server failed while upgrading master database. SSIS upgrade step. Yeah. So it is basically telling error 15151. Cannot find this particular user. Error 912 script level upgrade for master fail. Cannot recover master database. So this is what it is telling. So basically, DBA who is basically doing SQL Server upgrades or service pack installation, they are familiar with the script level upgrade failure. Okay, so it is basically like you do this, and then what happens is like basically like the first time you start the SQL Server, it has to basically do the script upgrade mode where it has to like run necessary scripts. Okay, so now it is basically telling this directly caused SQL engine fail to start, and then it basically tells like what exactly happened. It tells like upgrade script, this one was started while assigning permission, the user was not there, and this caused the master DB upgrade failure. Okay, SQL Server shutdown during upgrade. Okay, so now it basically tells like non-primary blockers. Now, if I look at the step-by-step resolution, yeah, it is basically giving us the official Microsoft documentation. Yeah, I'll put that in the link because whatever issue that we are facing, it is already documented in this particular link. Okay, but the whole reason why we are creating this video is to show you how Copilot can make your life easier by looking at thousands and 10,000s or maybe like millions of rows of logs present in the setup bootstrap, and then can give you details like what you need to do in like maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah, so that's the whole intent of this video. But yeah, I will include this in the description section. You can have a look. It basically tells like start the SQL Server with a trace flag of 902. Okay, so in our case, what happened is like the 2016 to 2022 upgrade completed, but while running the script upgrade mode, that is when it is basically failing. That means like our upgrade has basically gone to the PONR stage, which is like point of no return. So that means like the only way to go back to 2016 would be to use the snapshot that was taken if it is going to be an VM machine. Yeah, but as of now, we know that what is going on. Copilot is basically asking us to enable the trace flag 902. And if you see what is that, like trace flag 902, it basically tells like 902 bypasses the upgrade script execution, allowing SQL Server to start so you can fix the issue. Okay, so it is basically telling like go to the configuration manager and then add this particular trace flag. Let's do that. So here is the configuration manager. So IN 2016 is the instance. So let's go there and then go to the startup parameters and then just do a capital T 902, add it and then apply. And then let's click on OK. And now what we'll do is that we will start it. Now you see that it is in stop mode. Let's start it. And as soon as you start it, it started. Okay, that means like 902 trace flag basically stopped the script upgrade mode, and then the SQL Server was able to start. Okay, let's go back to the Copilot and then see like what is the next action. Okay, so now it is basically telling, it is asking us to recreate the missing login. So we'll see if we have this login, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, so I'm logged into the SQL Server IN 2016. Now, if you look at the version here, it is already showing us 2022. Okay, and now what I'm seeing is like the login that the Copilot is asking us to create is already there here. Yeah, the MSSSIS server cleanup job login. Yeah, so this is the one. So now what I'll do is like, now that we have that, I will try creating this one. Okay, so it's on the SSISDB. So let me copy the code, and then what I'll do is like, I will create it and then see what happens. Like it's basically like giving us alter user. So let's go ahead and do that. And then the message that we are seeing here is like, it basically tells like cannot alter the user because it does not exist or do not have the permission. Okay, so we see that this particular user is not there. So let's go to the SSISDB, go to security, and then the user. And then if you see here, this particular user is not there. So let's look at the Copilot again. And then if it tells like, okay, now you see step 4, it basically tells if user is also missing, recreate with permission. Okay, so let's try this. Go to the SSMS again, and then we will run it. We know that this particular user is not there, so I'm going to just delete it, and then I'm going to execute it. Now it is executed. Let's go to the Copilot and see what is the next step. It basically tells like now remove the trace flag and then restart. And then it is telling like retry the in place upgrade. But what we'll do is like we'll just remove it and then see if everything is looking okay. And if that is the case, then I think we should be okay. Let's go back to the configuration manager, right click, properties, go to setup parameters. Let me remove that and then click on apply. And then what I'll do is like I will stop it, and then I will start it again and see if it is gonna start, and then the script upgrade mode will complete or not. Okay, it is stopped now. Let me start it again and then see if it is going to start or not. Yeah, now you see this now without the 902 trace flag. Yeah, SQL Server IN 2016 instance is started now. Okay, now let's go back to our instance, and then let's do a quick refresh, and then you see this. We are able to see like it is SQL 2022, and then let's do a simple read error log, and then see if there are any errors. Yeah, so now you see this, the script upgrade mode has completed fine. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about, the script upgrade mode completed fine. And then you see this, SQL Server is now ready for client connections, and it is an informational message. So that means like we just provided the required logs to the Copilot, and then told Copilot what is our intent, and it basically looped through, checked each and everything on the log file, and then it basically first gave us like what is the issue due to which this upgrade is not completing, and then it gave me a step-by-step resolution also. So you looked at my video, I did not look at any of the links, I just followed the resolution given by Copilot. Even though this is not a production server, it's my lab machine, but still I just followed the instruction and I was able to resolve the issue without much of a fuss. Yeah, so this way we can understand like using Copilot, we will be able to reduce a huge lot of time, but more importantly, we get very, very good quality results. Yeah. Now let's consider the response that we got did not solve our issue. Yeah. Then we can further refine it, stating like what was the resolution given to us by Copilot, and we can tell that it did not work, and then it will basically look through the files again and then will give us more details. Yeah, so that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Jai Hind.